All right, coming up on this episode of Table Culture, we're going to be talking about 2015's Codenames, my favorite party game, and coincidentally, the #1 party game on BoardGameGeek.com. All right, we're back for another episode of Table Culture, the show where we give you recommendations on board games you should be playing. And today we're talking about 2015's Codenames. So this is the game by Vlaada Chvátil, the one, the only, the guy who's done Mage Knight, Dungeon Pets, Dungeon Lords, Codenames obviously, and a host of other really great board games. This board game is for 2 to 8 players. You can do it, I think you can do a solo variant, but it's really weird and I don't really understand how that works. It takes roughly 15 minutes to play, 2 minutes to explain, I guarantee you, to teach how to play it. And it's for 14 and up, although I've been playing it with my stepson and he's 10, so I think if you're confident you can play with younger kids, go for it. This game is also, the artist that designed it is Stephanie Gantz, and it's she's also responsible for Seasons. And another artist is Tomas Kuzar, and I have to look at my notes, Kuzarovsky, and he did Galaxy Trucker. So it's got some great art. It's really simple. You're effectively super agents who have deduced the information of 25 known agents and spies, and you're working on teams to figure out who the opposing spies are, but all you have is their code names. So using the code names and using single word, single number answers, your team is going to have to deduce where these super agents are, and the first player, the first team to get all of the correct guesses wins. But that said, there are neutral cards in the stack of 25 or 5x5, and there's also an assassin. So if you pick the assassin, you automatically lose, the other team wins. So for example, if the choices were rabbit, werewolf, and flowers, you could say alive 3, and then the players can then select one tile at a time. So the number of guesses that they have is the number you say plus 1, and they can guess those 3, and if they guess them successfully, then the round ends. If they guess it incorrectly, it ends as well. But the idea being to try and get the player to guess more choices on the 5x5 than you can, because it's more fun that way, right? And we're going back and forth, so it's to your benefit to try and get there first, obviously. That said, it's a very intense 15 minutes because anything can happen in terms of choices. So you could accidentally say avalanche, and then there's another word on the table that says mountain, and the person says snow, and then they pick mountain, and boom, hit the assassin, and the game's over. Or the other player could have a mountain range, and you could have a tree line, and they say outdoors, and accidentally pick the mountain, and then that other team scores points. So you have to be really thoughtful about which word you use and number you use. And there should be some rules, because sometimes people will cheat and they'll say multiple words when you can only use a single word, or they'll use a name when it's directly related to the choice. So that said, like I said, it's a really simple game, really easy to play, really fun. You can probably play successive games. You can probably play it 15 times in the course of a few hours and get a really good grasp of it. There have also been multiple versions of this game as well. For example, there is Marvel Codenames, which I have a copy of. Miguel really wanted this, and it's fun. You play with the pictures of Marvel characters. There's also Codenames Duet. There's Codename Pictures. There's Codenames Deep Undercover. There's Disney version. Anyway, it's got a ton of integrations. It's the #1 party game on Board Game Geek, as I mentioned. It's an amazing party game. You can play it with small groups or larger groups. You could probably play with more than 8 people. I think you could get away with that. But that said, those are my thoughts on this. I hope you liked the video. And comment if you like Codenames as well. What versions have you played? And if you don't like deduction games like Codenames, what party games do you prefer to play? Let me know, and maybe I'll do a review on one of those. That said, please subscribe to the channel. Appreciate your subscriptions. I absolutely will hit you back, and the channel keeps growing, so your support is muchly appreciated. And this has been Table Culture. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and get Codenames to the table. It's an awesome game.